I am here today with one of the stars of Oh Mary, Hannah Solow. So good to see you.
I'm so happy to be here. Thank you for having me.
You are having a moment. You've had a lot of moments over the last year and a half being involved with this show, right?
Yeah.
But you're actually, so you understudy the role of Mary Todd Lincoln and also Mary's chaperone.
Yes.
You're a wonderstudy. That's a term that's used for super talents like you. But you're actually going on now for 2 weeks.
Yes.
In the lead role. You've gone on a bunch. Right. So how many times have you actually gone on?
I think I counted last week, and I think I've officially gone on for Mary 17 times.
Okay. So Jinx Monsoon left the show and Jane Krakowski starting. So from September 30th until October 12th, you are Mary, which
You're
I love.
the bread. I'm the turkey in this sandwich analogy. Yeah.
I mean, how incredible that, I mean, just the lineup of performers who have now played this part.
It's bonkers.
Yeah. But you have a huge fan base for this. I mean, people are really buzzing about this. I think when you first went on, it was a big deal, right? Like last November, it was a big deal when you went on, and I think you had a little preparation. You knew you would go on.
Cole had warned me. I had a lot of time to think about it. My family flew in from California.
Okay.
My friends made sweatshirts.
Right.
It was kind of like funereal in a way of just like every person I've ever met in my life was there. And I was like, what if I do this thing that I've dreamed of for so long and I fail in front of everyone I know? But thankfully that didn't happen.
Yeah, that didn't happen.
And now I have a chance to do it for 2 weeks, which is like even more exciting that I get the time to like marinate and settle and figure things out on stage a little bit more. Not to say that I don't have it figured out, but just excited to like play and get to do it a few times in a row.
Yeah, day after day after day. That's
Yeah.
an incredible experience.
Totally.
Yeah. You know, what's great about this part, I think I've said this to some of your other co-stars in this role, you could play for the rest of your life. I mean,
Oh my gosh.
you could literally do it like in some random regional production when you're a senior citizen. I feel like.
I might. I don't know. If you see me at like new barn shed playhouse
I'll be there.
playing Mary, everybody come on down. You find new stuff. Every time I do it, I'm like, wait a second. Oh, what if I did that? It's just so fun to continue to figure Mary out in terms of who Mary is when I'm doing it.
Yeah.
And let some of myself bleed into her and her bleed into me until we're both this freakish monster, I guess.
Well, and when you first got it, you know, we only knew Cole Escola, who obviously wrote the role, created it for themselves. And it was interesting. It immediately opened up my mind because I thought like, oh, okay, a cis woman playing it. And then now I think everyone's sort of taking that for granted. But at that time, it was like, oh, this is amazing.
Totally. And like, I've just gotten a lot of messages from people being like, it's awesome to see a woman playing a part where this woman is like disgusting and annoying and doesn't have to be pretty and can be kind of like silly and messy. And so I'm just trying to like enjoy that messiness. And it's crazy that I was the first person after Cole to do it.
Yeah.
Sort of a test case. And thankfully it worked out.
Right.
But I was scared.
Yeah, sure. So I didn't know you when I first heard your name.
Sure.
I thought, who's this? And now I feel like I just see you all the time. I've seen you
I'm
in
sorry.
readings. I've seen you in benefits. So I've actually gotten to see you do a bunch of things. And you're an extremely talented woman.
Thanks.
And it's exciting to have you here. But I don't know your origin story. Tell me your origin story. I know you were in the Oklahoma National Tour playing Gertie.
Yes.
Right? Which is very, very country fried role, right? I mean, very like...
It was the Sexy Oklahoma.
Okay,
Daniel Fish directed it.
Yes.
So it was country fried, but also like maybe in the dark, I guess.
Right. That's the one where they served the chili. And they did that on the tour too, right?
No, controversially, we did not
No
have
free chili?
People were
Just the
very
show.
upset. Yeah, just the show.
You know what? Honestly, I wasn't crazy about the chili. I was a little. I mean, this is a little.
You heard
late.
it here first.
I'm sorry.
This is a safe space.
I wasn't the cornbread. I don't know. I wasn't. So maybe I think the show
For
was
the
enough.
best.
I think the show was enough.
Yeah, I was on the tour of Oklahoma. Prior to that, I had sort of like given up musical theater because I was like, I don't know, nobody wants me here. Nobody wants me to be in a production of 42nd Street.
Tell me about that.
I just couldn't really figure out how to fit in to musical theater. I love dancing, not a great dancer. When I was in college, everyone was like, you're going to work when you're 50.
Right.
And I was like, what do I do until
You're
then?
going to be a character lady.
Yeah.
Right.
But it was like, okay, but I'm in my 20s. That's a long time to wait.
Right.
So I got into comedy. I started doing improv. I started writing my own material, doing sketch
Upright
comedy.
Citizen Brigade.
Yes. Yeah. And that's kind of like allowed me to express my creativity. And then weirdly, my friend who used to come to my musical improv show was casting the Oklahoma tour and was like, do you want to audition for this? And that's how I kind of got back into theater, strangely. Okay. And I'm a musical theater girl, Paul. Like, being here, I'm like, this is crazy.
Like in this room because of the set?
Because of the set, like Broadway.com. Listen, like if you think that when I was in high school, I wasn't click-clacking on Broadway.com, you're wrong, okay? I was deep in the videos, deep in the University of Michigan playlist on YouTube. Like, I'm not going to lie. This is very surreal for me. So I'm a musical theater girly. Like, being on Broadway is like, I'm going to cry. Like, my biggest...
Yeah. It's so you really are.
Crying?
I love it because we brought it out of you.
You brought it out.
You're here.
It's your
You're
fault.
In the room. The magic of this room. People have been in this room. Actually,
so many people
talking about Broadway. And their dreams of being here.
And like, I'm here.
Yeah, you're here.
My makeup is gonna be ruined. She put fake eyelashes on and everything.
It'll be fun. You're also starring in this huge Broadway hit, and for 2 weeks. I mean, you know, and then ongoing. But like, that's like, it's wild.
Sam is always like, this isn't normal. Sam, our director, is like, you know that people don't get to make their Broadway debut starring in the titular role of the play. That is not a thing that happens. Right. And I think sometimes I can't even think about it too much because this happens and I become a freak mess. Yeah. But like, it's just beyond my wildest dreams.
Right.
I never thought this would happen.
So is it safe to assume all that started when you were like a little girl, those dreams? Where did you grow up? I want to hear more.
I grew up in Orange County, California. Okay. I was a loud, bossy child who made my cousins perform plays at my grandma's house.
Okay.
I went to an arts high school. I went to the Orange County High School for the Arts. Didn't get into the musical theater conservatory at first. Was in the writing conservatory. And then they were like, you're so loud and annoying. Made them like do all of my little, what I now know were like sketches and mini plays. And then finally got into musical theater. Okay. But like wasn't the star of my high school, you know, like I played an old matron hen in Honk. Like I was just still Honk the musical.
Yeah, which never made it to Broadway, sadly.
We've got to bring Honk to Broadway.
Honk to Broadway.
I'll be happy to be in Honk one day.
So you were getting those like character parts, and they were kind of putting you in those roles.
When we did Guys and Dolls at my high school, and they were like, we have an idea that we think is going to really challenge you as an actor, and they cast me as Big Julie, who is, as you probably know, the Chicago business gangster. Yeah. I wore like a full suit, a Liza Minnelli like short wig.
Oh, I love that.
I mean, it sort of was a sleigh, but I was like, I wanted to be Adelaide, and now I am like strapping down my boobs every night and being like, hey, what's up, everybody? But hey, the journey has gotten me here. So I'm a character actress. That's who I am.
But do you feel like Broadway, I feel like Broadway has, people's eyes have been opened.
Yeah.
Right?
I really do.
And they are looking beyond the obvious in casting.
Totally.
Yeah.
And I'm like so grateful to Henry Russell Bergstein, our casting director, who gave me this chance, and Cole and Sam. And we're like, hey, like this person, like you said, we don't know who she is. Right. But like there's something there, and someone like me who, you know, isn't a celebrity and maybe isn't like what you would expect to be a leading lady is now the leading lady of this show.
Yeah. Did Cole know your work in improv?
We had done a truly chaotic comedy show together weeks prior to the auditions at the Bell House. And I think that may have influenced their decision in letting me audition. Okay. Because I was out of my mind at that show. And I'm sure they were like, well, she can do that, I guess.
What was it like when you first got on that stage, the rush of the audience and the curtain call and the laughter, just and the stage door? I mean, just tell me what that was like for someone like you who just got that emotional thinking about Broadway. You have an emotional connection to Broadway. What the heck was that like?
I was so scared that the show was going to start and I wasn't going to be able to get through it because I was crying. But I didn't cry. before Mary comes out, she's waiting behind the doors. And then she busts out of the doors.
Yeah.
And it's like, what an entrance.
She's looking for her booze.
Yes. To enter onto Broadway with a is like the greatest entrance anyone could ever ask for. I got entrance applause, which I hadn't even anticipated. So then I was like, I guess I'll pretend to look for the booze a little bit more. They're still clapping. What do I do? And then it's like the play, as you know, is like the train starts and you have to make sure you're on it, or else you're left behind. Yeah. And I have a Post-it on my wall that says "Don't look back," because the second you start thinking about how the show's going, or did I get that laugh, it's like we're in the next scene. Mm-hmm. You have to be in the show so fully. Mm-hmm. So like it's such a blur. And then I kind of like woke up and the show was over. Right. And my family was there. My dad's crying, you know. It just was like out of this world, insane, out of body experience that I'll never forget. Yeah.
Tell me about Baby Magoo.
Baby Magoo.
Well, that's your Instagram.
Don't know why.
You don't know why?
People keep asking what the origins of it are, and I simply have no idea. And I tried to change it once, and then everyone was like, no, bring it back. So now it's just that. And people are screaming Baby Magoo at me on the street.
Wow.
Which I kind of love.
Yeah, they don't want real Hannah Solow. They want Baby Magoo.
Exactly, my persona.
You do, I love you on Instagram.
Oh,
it's
thanks.
So much fun. But you do a lot of, and obviously you have an improv background. You do so many great songs, sort of like they feel like spur of the moment songs. You just did a great one on the Rapture, sort of helping all the Christian ladies who weren't raptured get through it.
Sorry to them.
And a lot of your, they feel very just sort of like, you were like, let me do something really quick. But then I always wonder like how much actual work and thought goes into it, or is it something you can just kind of like spit out?
It is pretty quick. Yeah. I am annoying. My husband is my co-collaborator, and
so is he editing the videos and doing the special effects?
I'm editing the videos, but he is a composer, so he's doing the music.
Oh, awesome.
So it's very much Lin-Manuel into a voice memo, me being like, I want it to sound like this. And then he's like, okay, let's figure this out.
So he can spit out the music.
Yes,
kind of.
Okay,
thankfully,
great. He is truly very, very helpful to me. And sometimes it's midnight and I'm like, hey, we got the Raptures tomorrow. We got to do a video tonight.
Right.
So
you maybe you're always thinking of like ideas.
I am. I have a notes app in my phone that is just like, truly, I would be sent to prison if anyone read the weird ramblings that I write down. But like, I'm always eavesdropping, always listening to conversations, just for ideas. Yeah. And then I kind of let it ruminate, or I do bits, and then I'm like, wait, that's funny. Okay, maybe that could be something. Any, family gatherings, aunts are really great for character work.
She'll also react to just the subway or people on the sidewalk, and I love all that stuff too.
I have a lot of feelings.
Yeah, I know you do. I love them. If you make comedy out of them, that's great.
You have to.
So what would be like the big picture dream?
Oh my gosh.
What's the dream life?
I mean, I love being on Broadway. Okay. I would love to be on Broadway for longer than 2 weeks.
Are there big Broadway musical dreams, roles, or?
I feel like I have to play Adelaide at some point to sort of like full circle moment. Big Julie, no more. Now she's Adelaide. I mean, like all the character roles, all the non-character roles. Let me play Elphaba. I don't know.
Yeah.
Elphaba could be silly. We'll see. We'll see about that. But like, Audrey and Little Shop,
absolutely.
All the roles that I was a kid, just like being like, I want that to be me. I want to be on Broadway. I want to do everything. I want to release an album.
Sure.
I'm like,
I download that.
Okay. I'll send it to you. TV, film.
Yeah, sitcom.
I can tone it down.
I can be small.
I can be small. Don't worry.
What do you, I forgot to ask you this, what do you just love about Mary and actually going through the journey of that role?
Oh my gosh. I love so much about Mary. I feel like what I love is that I do feel like I truly am myself. Uh-huh. I'm not trying to be anyone. I am just like letting the weirdest and most extreme parts of myself out.
Yeah.
Like Mary is totally reactive and responsive, where it's like when she's mad, she's mad. When she's annoyed. And it's like so fun to just be those things and let it like foot off the gas, just go.
Well, I'm going to come see you. I can't wait.
Oh my gosh, please.
Yeah,
we'll
absolutely.
Have fun.
And everyone, you can go see Hannah at the Lyceum Theater until October 12th. And then any other night you're lucky enough to have her name fall out of your playbill.
I'm falling.
Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me.
I'm so thrilled to see you.